everyone, and welcome to our Instagram Live event. My name is Paul Arsov, and I'm the founder of the Decentralized Web project. The topic of our educational event today is Web3 the future? The questionable utility of Web3. Before starting to talk about the topic of today, let me tell you a little bit about our project. We're building a decentralized communication and advertising platform. And when we are talking decentralization, most of the times people think of blockchain technology, cryptocurrencies, and etc. Blockchain technology did start the drive towards decentralization. It put the idea in the people's minds, but I'm a technology developer, and as a developer, I can tell you that blockchain technology is not suitable to drive decentralization, and it is not next generation of internet. Basically, the blockchain technology has a very long list of flaws. For example, it has a limited number of transactions, it continuously grows in size, it becomes a heavy burden to carry from individual people, and it limits the number of nodes. It has the requirement of consensus, and it makes it slow in getting transactions in. The size of transactions is small, and so like if we're talking about next generation of internet, for example, and let's pick one of these flows and look for details. So like we're picking the size of transactions, and our current generation of internet, Web 2, is handling transactions in sizes of hundreds of bytes or kilobytes or megabytes or gigabytes or even terabytes. So you as the user are sending a request, and then you're getting information back, and the sizes of this information is very large. If we're talking about blockchain technology, the sizes of transactions are very small. The sizes are like less than 100 bytes and very often less than 50 bytes. Essentially, blockchain technology handles transactions which are transfers from one address to another address, and these are transfers in value, like from one transfers in the underlying coin of a blockchain from one address to another, or with smart contract capable blockchains, it is like smart contract calls, and these calls are with the sizes may reach a little bigger sizes of maybe kilobytes, but like hundreds of bytes, kilobytes when deploying actually the smart contract, and the limit of the size of the smart contract for Ethereum blockchain, which is the most popular smart contract enabled blockchain, is about 25 kilobytes. So like it is people are talking about the future like fueled by smart contracts, but like the size of the binary of the smart contract on Ethereum, the most popular blockchain, is less than 25 kilobytes. So like you cannot do much with like program which has limited size and like it has limited capabilities. So like the generation of internet is questionable. I repeat, based on blockchain technology, and decentralization is not cannot be done with blockchain technology as well. That's regarding to the like blockchain technology and its flaws. But coming back to the technology of our project, we are actually having a decentralization engine which does not use blockchains and blockchain technology. It allows direct communication from user to user without going through a server, and this I believe is the essence of decentralization, direct communication from user to user. In our project, we still have a blockchain instance, and this instance plays just a support role. It keeps records of the incentives that we're giving users for becoming user and viewing advertising, which is the way of monetizing on our platform, and running network node bridge, which forms a very large network of node, very large decentralized network of nodes. This is regarding to our project, our main project, but we decided to do a little pivot in our project, and we started building a marketplace and a collection of NFTs based on three-dimensional objects. This will allow us to generate some revenue for the project, because so far we did not get yet investors and investment in our project. We are very close to release of this 3D NFT marketplace and collections, and so we picked a release date about the end of this month, but it could be a little further down the road, because what we're offering is very complex and also very exciting. Success of every project depends on marketing, and we have been posting on a very long list of social networks. We are aiming to build a community, and to make it interesting for our community, we organize events just like the event today, which is and it is income. And as you witness, Instagram Live is video and audio channel. But we have the same recurring weekly event on the same topic happening Saturdays. And Saturdays, the event is happening on Twitter Space, which is audio-only channel. So, we started doing these events about maybe 7-8 months ago, and so we keep recordings of these events, and when we send invitation for the upcoming event, which is coming next week, we have a little description of the event, and then on the bottom of our invitation page we have the very long list of topics and recordings on both Twitter Space and Instagram Live. So nothing, nothing is lost. You can, if you missed some of the previous events, by getting this invitation web page, then you can go over and click and listen and see previous events that we gave. But like the topic of our very first event was what is blockchain? And it happened only on Twitter Space. The topic of our second event was what is a smart contract? And this event happened on both Twitter Space and Instagram Live. Some of the topics of the following events, which happen week after week, were applying astrology into cryptocurrency trading, decentralized finance destined to implode, big crashes in crypto, FTX. In the end of 2022, we had like 2022 review in crypto. In the beginning of 2023, we had an event predictions for crypto in 2023. We had an event about decentralization engines, blockchains as decentralization engines, and other decentralization engine implementations. We had also event essence of decentralization, direct communication, and ways of achieving direct communication from user to user. We had several events about AI, like the current state of AI and the drive towards artificial general intelligence. Next week, actually, we are going to have an interesting event about AI, and the topic is rug pulling AI. So that's a funny topic, but the event is going to talk about open sourcing AI, and there are several big providers of AI solutions, and these big AI providers, they are not using open source. They are not open sourcing their like products and solutions. But Facebook, Meta, which is a very big player, did open source initially as a leak their Llama large language model, and they did this in the beginning, like about March this year, and the impact on AI field has been huge. But I'm going to talk about this next week. We have a different topic today. So currently we have been talking about our project, and to make it interesting and to build a community, we organize events, educational events, just like this event today on Instagram Live. We organize an event on Saturdays on Twitter Space. But we have another event recurring weekly, which is happening Thursdays, and one Thursday, 1 week, we have general Ask Me Anything session, which covers the topics of crypto market sentiment, what is happening, blockchain technology, Web3, decentralization, NFTs, and etc. The following Thursday, we have Ask Me Anything session, which is focused specifically on NFTs. And in the beginning of our talk, I did mention that we did pivot with building of an NFT marketplace and a collection of NFTs based on three-dimensional objects. In this Ask Me Anything session, we're talking about what we did achieve in our NFT upcoming NFT offer, and NFTs in general. The current NFT market has been very going down, and there are lots of people who bought NFTs for the hope of selling these NFTs for a higher price. There were a very big announcement of $1 million sales, and also collections which commanded a very high price in crypto coins. But people who bought into these NFTs, which are predominantly based on three-dimensional images, two-dimensional images, people who bought these NFTs, they cannot sell these NFTs, and if they sell these NFTs, they have to sell these NFTs for the bottom price, and the bottom price of NFTs keeps going down. We hope that we're offering something new, something exciting, and something very innovative by offering an NFT collection based on three-dimensional objects. And so I can mention the different capabilities of our 3D NFTs. For example, that we have our own software engine which does loading of the 3D objects, and after loading of these 3D objects, our engine starts animating the 3D NFT, and the 3D NFT starts moving around the screen in a random way. But there are a bunch of other capabilities, and the second capability is this 3D NFT can speak. It can speak in a variety of voices. It has choice to speak in either a male voice or a female voice, or in a whisper voice. In addition to this, there are flavors of voices. The voices can be slow, spoken in a slow speed, or in a fast speed, or in a normal speed. And if we have a male voice which is spoken in a slow speed, this voice can come as a very masculine, or it can come as the voice of a little girl. On the other hand, if we have a female voice and it is spoken in a fast speed, then the voice can come as the voice of a little girl, or a voice which is very funny. So that's regarding to the speaking capability, but the next capability is voice recognition capability, and this three-dimensional object can speak, either can recognize a number of commands. For example, if the NFT keeps moving around the screen in a random way, the user, can command it to stop moving, and then the 3D NFT is going to stop moving. After this, you can command this 3D NFT to start moving, and the 3D NFT is going to start moving again. You can command the 3D NFT to move left, move right, move up, move down, rotate, and then the 3D NFT is going to fulfill these commands which it listens and did receive. So that's regarding to the voice recognition capability, but the next capability is the basic artificial intelligence capability. Wow, really, wow. Like you can ask this 3D NFT to tell you, you can ask, what is your name? And then this 3D NFT is going to tell you their name. You can ask the 3D NFT, who are you? And this 3D NFT object is going to tell you in few sentences who they are. You can ask the 3D NFT to describe something. For example, describe Web3, or describe decentralization, or describe Russia. And then this NFT is going to describe in few sentences about Web3, or about decentralization, or about the country called Russia. So that's regarding to the AI capability, but the last capability is also very exciting, and the 3D NFTs which we are projecting for the user. These 3D NFTs are going to have a version which is projected with color separation. A part of this 3D NFT is going to be displayed in red or reddish color, and another part of the object is going to be displayed in blue or bluish color. And then we're going to give this type of glasses to users who request these glasses. And as you can see, one lens of these glasses is red and the other lens is blue. Then the user who did start projecting the 3D NFT with color separation can put these glasses, and then they can see these three-dimensional objects coming out of the screen in real 3 dimensions. So that's new, and that's very exciting, and this is very innovative. I did describe the objects and our software engine, but I can also tell you a little bit about our marketplace. And as I mentioned, we have our own blockchain instance, and our NFT collection of NFTs is going to be deployed on our own blockchain instance. In this way, we do not need to require people to pay gas fees, because this is our own blockchain, and we can cover the gas fees on our own blockchain instance. But in addition to this, we can detach payment from paying in specific crypto coin to payment in multiple crypto coins. So if we compare our offers of marketplace and collections to other standard marketplaces like OpenSea and Raribles, we can tell that like our marketplace is specifically oriented towards three-dimensional objects, and standard marketplaces, they're oriented towards two-dimensional static images. In addition to this, like people who are coming to list collections on the marketplaces based on like two-dimensional images, standard marketplaces, at the point of starting to list, they have to choose the blockchain which they are going to deploy their collection on. And after this, all of the after successfully listing, all of the buying and then selling of NFTs from this collection is done in a single crypto coin. Compare this with our marketplace where we detach our NFTs from the blockchain and offer payment in multiple crypto coins. Currently, we did select 4 different coins to use for payment, for buying and then selling of 3D NFTs. The first coin that we select is Solana Sol. The second coin is Avalanche Avax. The third coin is Polygon Matic, and the fourth coin is Qcoin, which is a big crypto exchange, and they have KCS coin. So that's regarding to the buying and selling in crypto, but in addition to this, we have the capability of buying and selling directly with fiat currency. People can come to our marketplace and use their credit card to pay for the purchase of this 3D NFT. And then, like at the point of payment, we do not convert, like if we compare what is happening on our NFT marketplace, we collect directly the payment in fiat currency. And traditional marketplaces, they use most often third-party credit card to crypto providers, and these credit card to crypto providers are providing the conversion from fiat currency to the coin which is used for purchase on the traditional NFT marketplaces. So that's a cumbersome process, and payment in fiat comes with very significant charges for credit card payments. So people who are coming to our marketplace, they could not only use credit cards but also debit cards as well. And once people bought with a credit card, like they paid with a credit card or debit card, then let's say they do use the NFT which they bought for a while, and they have the option after a while to list the NFT they bought for sale. And a listing like in of our NFTs is based on a specific amount calculated in currency. Like prices for objects in our collection are priced of $99, and these are either 99 paper dollars or 99 stablecoin dollars. And uh, like coming back to the person who did purchase NFTs with fiat currency, and they decided to list their NFT for sale, and like they're putting their amount for sale they choose. And let's say there's another person who is coming and buying this NFT. So what happens is the person who is buying, if they're buying with fiat currency, then we're collecting their payment in our bank account, and this person who is coming to buy becomes the owner of this 3D NFT. But the original buyer of our 3D NFT, we have a second transaction from our bank account to the bank account of the person who bought the initial 3D NFT, and they're getting payment directly back to their bank account. So what we're having is very different and innovative compared with traditional NFT marketplaces. And this is new, and this is exciting as well. But enough talking about our technology and our marketing. Let's come back to our topic of today. And the topic of today is Web3 the future? The questionable utility of Web3. In the very beginning of this talk, I like to tell you that it was inspired by video that I did watch by a venture capitalist, and this venture capitalist told us in the beginning a little bit of his story. What happened is he did he was the founder of one startup. Then he managed to sell this startup and got pay off. Then he started another startup, and he got a second payoff by another company buying his startup. And after having two big payoffs, he decided to put his money into a venture capital fund, and he became a partner of one of these big venture capital funds, and he decided to invest into startups. And the point of his presentation was about Web3 and his understanding of what Web3 is. And by the way, his understanding is also the dominant understanding of what Web3 is. So he started describing what is Web 1.0, and Web 1.0 happened with the coming of web browser in the 1990s, about the middle of 1990s. At that time, it was about having a website and very often this website was having static pages, and the think of Web 1.0 was providing information through a website. But then about starting with the 2000s, Web 2.0 started happening, and Web 2.0 was about collecting of data from the users, and then aggregating this data and monetizing on this data. Facebook Meta was the first very big aggregator of user data, and their specialty is web search. But we have other examples like Facebook Meta, which became aggregator of data in social networking. Their specialty is social networking. If we're looking at other big providers of services which became number one, maybe monopolists and oligarchs in their specific niche. We can mention Twitter, which became a very big monopolist and oligarch in the short messaging area. So all of these big monopolists, they collect information about their users, and then they aggregate this information and use this information for showing advertising. So that's the big thing for Web 2.0. But correctly, this video of this venture capitalist went forward and told us that Web3 is going to be next generation of internet, and it is going to be about decentralization. This was the point which all of what has been said ring true. But after this point, this venture capitalist told us that his vision and the actual dominant vision of people who use the label of Web3, this venture capitalist told us that Web3 is going to be about blockchains. And after this point in the video, I started disagreeing with what has been said, and what are the conclusions, and basically what was presented as Web3. And so today, I'm going to tell you about the dominant vision of what Web3 is, and I can agree that Web3 is about decentralization, and I agree that Web3 is going to be next generation of internet. But I disagree with putting blockchain technology as a driver of decentralization, as blockchain technology being next generation of internet. There are a very long list of flaws and issues of blockchain technology, and I can start briefly listing and then describing in details of the flaws. Basically, the first issue of blockchain technology is that it is basically I can use the label, my own label of glorified log file. Basically, this is what blockchain technology is. It keeps a log file of the record of transactions which are coming to the blockchains. But this is the collection of records is continuous, and even though there are no records, but blockchain continues growing in size, and the growth in size is continuous. And for example, if we take Bitcoin, which was the first blockchain, it reached the size of about 500 gigabytes, and the size of Ethereum blockchain, which is a smart contract capable blockchain, did reach sizes of terabytes. So like if you are the user and like want to achieve decentralization to blockchain technology and like decide to run a network node, blockchain network node, then you have to download the whole blockchain, and then you have to store what has been downloaded. For example, blockchains, they have like abbreviated, it's called fast sync mode in Ethereum. You can still download, has to download the whole blockchain in the amount of terabytes of download, but then you can store like maybe just the headers of blockchain blocks, and this abbreviated storage is in a smaller and reduced amount. But if you want to know about what has been happened on the blockchain and do searches on the blockchain blocks to see transactions of specific addresses and specific smart contract calls, then you need to download and store the whole blockchain. So the size of blockchain is a very big burden, and very few users they directly run their own nodes. So in this way, the blockchain network of nodes has very limited number of nodes, and actually the number of nodes which users can submit transactions with transactions to the blockchain is even smaller. A blockchain is a network of nodes, but like a big group of these nodes is either mining nodes, which they operate under a proof of works blockchain, or with the proof of stake blockchain. These are staking nodes, and this big group of nodes represent part of the nodes, but then we have a small group of nodes which actually allows submitting transactions to the blockchain. And if we're talking about level of decentralization, we have to look at just this small group of blockchain nodes which allow submitting transactions. So, for example, for Ethereum, we have maybe like single digit or low number of double digit nodes which people can submit transactions to the blockchain. And with Bitcoin, for example, we have maybe a little bit bigger number of nodes which people can submit transactions to, but it's still very small. So if we talk about decentralization, then we have to look at the actual number of nodes which submit transactions to the blockchain, and this number is very small. So it is laughable to talk about decentralization done through blockchain technology because of this first issue. But let's look at other issues as well. So blockchains, they have the requirement of consensus, and some blockchains, they claim a very big number of transactions, which I'm laughing at the claims, and I have been laughing because we have the limitation of speed of light, and it takes certain amount of time to travel from one point to another, and this is the limitation of speed of light. And when claiming that blockchain can handle, for example, 90,000 transactions per second, just like Solana blockchain is claiming, or some new and innovative blockchains, they claim that they can handle millions of transactions per second. But these transactions, which these new and kind of innovative blockchains claim, they're transactions which are already collected from the blockchain. And then handling of these transactions can be done in a very fast way. So collective transactions can be handled in tens of thousands, like Solana is claiming 90,000, or even millions of transactions if there are a very big number of CPUs which they spread the load of handling of transactions. But then if all of the transactions are collected, we're talking about very small number of nodes, and a very small number of nodes make a very questionable level of decentralization. So that's regarding to the number of transactions, but let's look at the next thing, which is the size of transactions. And most of the transactions happening in blockchains is in the sizes of tens of bytes, and most often less than 100 or even less than 50 bytes transactions. And the current internet, as I mentioned and as you know, it handles the current internet handles transactions measuring in hundreds of bytes or kilobytes or gigabytes or terabytes even, or megabytes. And if we are talking about next generation of internet, what kind of next generation of internet are we going to have through a technology which can handle just tens of bytes of sizes of transactions? So it is, I believe, laughable, and but lots of people who are using the label Web3, they assume that blockchain technology can do like amazing things and a lot more than the actually the technology is capable of. So like I did describe what blockchain technology uh, can is capable of doing, and I did describe the limitation of blockchain technology um, in details. But let's look at what Web3 should be, and what we have to put as the content of this label. I can take the example of what we are doing in our project as one of the possible implementations of decentralization. But to have decentralization, we have to have a very large number of nodes. And this very large number of nodes, it has to be run by, these nodes has to be light enough so that they could be run by individual users. And so what we have as an offer in our project is to build decentralization on the devices owned by the users, and we have a choice of putting our decentralization software and making a network node bridge on two types of devices. One type of device is Raspberry Pi device, which is very common and very often used by large number of users. The second type of device, which is even more common and more popular, is Android phone or tablet. Basically, users, just like me, we did collect lots of Android devices, and every several hours, we change from one phone to another phone which has more capabilities, and we have already a collection of old devices which are just sitting in our home. And what we're offering in our project is to utilize these devices to load software on these devices, and these devices then become network nodes or bridges running on your home network connection and being part of large network node, large decentralization network of nodes. So this is the idea of what Web3 can be and what Web3 should be. And this next generation of internet is going to have and allow very large sizes of data flowing from user to user. And as I mentioned, the essence of decentralization is direct communication from user to user. And this, I believe, is the definition of next generation of internet, and this is what Web3 label should be renamed and repurposed with a new definition. So in addition to all these things that we did assume Web3 is doing, like um, direct communication is basically the underlying backbone of next generation of internet. But on the top of this backbone, built on this large blockchain network of nodes, actually we can build a new type of services. And if we're looking at the current oligarchs and monopolists of centralized internet, decentralization is the way to break up the monopolies of these big providers of services. We can have a new way of doing decentralized web search done through this backbone of blockchain network of nodes. And this new way of web search can break the monopoly of Google and the centralized internet. In the same way, we can have decentralized social networking running on this backbone of a decentralized network of nodes. In the same way, we can build service of decentralized short messaging, which can break the monopoly of Twitter as well. So this is my vision of Web3. You may agree or you may disagree with this vision, but I think early or late we are going to switch and build the next generation of internet based on Web3. I'm going towards the end of our meeting. I did describe what Web3, the predominant thinking of Web3 is, and what is wrong with this dominant thinking. I also describe what Web3 should be, and it should be having a new meaning and a new interpretation and definition. But I will be ending this session very soon. If you have some questions and comments, you can type them in the chat section here on Instagram. I can read these questions and comments and I can reply to this. But I will be, as I said, wrapping very soon this presentation. Once again, my name is Paul Arsov. I'm the founder of the Decentralized Web project. We are building a decentralized communication and advertising platform, and we have very soon upcoming offer of NFT marketplace and collection based on three-dimensional objects. We're building a community, and to make it interesting for our community, we organize events like this. These events are recurring every week, and as I mentioned, the event for upcoming week is rug pulling AI. The impact of open sourcing AI. You're welcome to come and join our social channels, and you can find the channels that we're posting on our website. And the name of our website is decentralizedweb.org. Decentralized and web, there are two words, they're all together, decentralizedweb.org. And on the bottom of every page, you can see the icons of the social networks that we're posting on. You can click on one or more of these icons. You can become a follower so that you can get notified of what is happening in our project, and also you can become a member of our group, send a question or a comment to this group and get an answer or get start socializing on our channels. With this said, I'm going to end this event. Thank you for coming. Have a nice day, have a nice evening, and goodbye.